All right, Grishoalbrand. I don't have much to say about the specifics of this list. If it's your first time watching it, buckle up. It's going to be a sweet ride. This deck draws a lot of cards or loses very quickly, one of the two. This deck's capable of winning on the first turn of the game. This exact deck list is one we've played for, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 leagues at this point. I love Discovery, Dispersal in this deck list. It's quite fantastic. Would love to be on the play. SCN just doesn't do enough, right? I guess it's got Discovery plus Dice Whisper. It, like, looks at a lot of cards. Maybe with the temples it needs to keep. I don't know. This could be a mulligan. That would actually be a really interesting metric. I'm gonna keep another Discovery. I think that's fine. If they're playing something super quick, I could be in trouble. Colonic Cannon, thank you for the 213 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Not looking for either of those. Oh. Join for the quality tweet. I do what I can. It's the least I can do. I'm actually gonna leave this on top of my deck because this way, if I draw, this way I can draw that, and if they make me discard this Griselbrand, I can discard that. Let's go on Chakasha. Ensnaring Bridge, yep. That's fine. We could technically win without, Okie doke. Sure. Sure. So we have less draws here because we can't gain 7 from attacking, but we can kill them here still. Looking for a Worldspine Wurm. Okay, found a Worldspine Wurm. Play my land out. Let me cast this. Exile this. Hit OK. Do I have lethal in my hand already? I didn't actually count. I have 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh yeah, I guess this was 7. Yeah, I could have killed them. All right, that's fine. I get to draw more cards this way. Believe it or not, we found a land. What's going on, Eaton? Thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for sending that my way this month. I appreciate it. Nice ensnaring bridge. It's good. It's good. Sweet. Good technology. I will not attack you. However, these little piggies are gonna go wee all the way home. Are Prime subs giftable? They are not. That's true. We didn't kill them till turn 5. That was incredibly reasonable. Very, very reasonable. Didn't kill them till turn 5. Alright, so Leyline of Sanctity, obviously great here. Trim Collective Brutality, Trim a Desperate Ritual. Hexadix, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We appreciate that. Good morning to everybody. Got 900 people already for Modern. That's pretty good. Yeah, plenty of time to get food and use the bathroom. Ain't that the truth? There's a Steam vent, so you can cast the back half of Discovery. I have yet to do it. Why do I want a braid? Do I care about Ensnaring Bridge? I don't think I do. Do I expect them to have Graveyard Hate Post board? I think I expect them to have Graveyard Hate Post board. Do this. All right. And now we wait. And now we wait. So this is why I kept the other two ley lines in my hand here. I don't expect my opponent to be able to take a ley line off the table, and keeping extra ley lines in my hand makes my Faithless Looting better when I draw it, like so. Am I dispersaling their ley line? They could probably just recast it by the time I'm dispersaling it, right? Just gonna go ahead and Discovery. I'm just gonna fight through the breach. That requires a lot of setup. Like, what people are talking about doing requires having 5 lands and holding a way to... What does this card actually do? Meaning players upkeep, that player has no cards in hand, you draw a card and lose a life. Alright, so they're probably gonna start playing discard spells on themselves before long here. I'd have to make another wildly inappropriate account. If you want an easier without making another account too, you can also prime sub to Christie's channel. She's an affiliate. Man, I don't think I want to get rid of another worm. Like, I already binned one worm. They don't have a bridge out, so like Worldspine's probably lethal. Oh, I did board out a worm, didn't I? Yeah, I definitely want to keep this other one. Oh, this totally isn't lethal because what's it called? I don't get worm tokens behind because of Leyline of the Void. Need a copy of Through the Breach. Just through half our deck without a Through the Breach at this point. God, what a tilt. Never look. Never, ever look. Never, ever look. The Beeve. Thank you for the brand new tier 3 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Really appreciate that absurd level of support. Remember, tier 3 subs can add new decks even through the slows. Just be sure to fill out the form on my website and let me know that it is marked as your tier 3 submission. I mean, you could ask, but I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, I'm aware that it's no changes in all formats. That's what we predicted a month ago. Black-green went horribly. It was a fantastic reminder of why I'm playing Elves this weekend, or next weekend at the Invitational. Ace, thanks for the Twitch Prime, I appreciate it. Thanks for the Bezo bucks. I went on the draw because my opponent's playing 8-rack. Well, Steam Vents is just strictly correct here, right? Because this Urborg, Play Fae. Nope, not playing an interactive deck. I have a copy of Elves in my possession. I am registering Green Black Elves at the Invitational. If I draw a land or a Nourishing Shoal, I can breach this Wurm next turn. You need a Nourishing Shoal or a Mana Source here. I can hit them with the Wurm. You can find my deck list on my website. You can also find them on my videos on my YouTube channel. Lots of great ways to find the data that you're interested in. Ain't no party like a Hoagland party. What's going on, King Jester? Thanks for the 4 months. Welcome back. That's the stupid schemes. Phyrexian Arena, sure. So I'm going to bring Griselbrand here. So now green sources, now mana sources or Goryo's Vengeances likely lead to game wins. Thanks for the 4 months, Jester. It's very consistent. The consistency that it has is just absurd. This is going to be like 2 mana sources that I have to discard, and I'm never going to draw another one. Night's Whisper. Huh. Yep, you can read all about my articles here talking about, in my Elf Primer, why I prefer green black elves to other splashes. This might be wrong. Yeah. No, you're fine. Don't apologize. I'm happy. Believe me, the reason why I have commands and stuff like that is because you are far from the first person to come in here and ask. A lot of people that stream, that make content are a little bit less organized than I am. And I usually don't have a bunch of information accessible like that. Nice, Colt. Thanks for checking out the sponsors. Mana source? Untap mana source. Really poorly, Jackal Girl. Really, really poorly. Temple of Tilt, Temple of Tilt. Dee 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 dee. Oh, we're just, no, her ult can't target us. We're fine. Her ult targets, so that doesn't matter here. We gotta dodge there. Each player draws 3 cards card here, and then we get to worm them next turn. Why not looting? What does looting accomplish? Sure. Just both games. That's pretty frustrating. It's just how Magic goes. And I think, again, like, we talk about that a lot when we play this archetype. So I can't do that for tier 3 subs 12 to 12 because I have to manually validate that tier 3 subs haven't been used. And I don't have time to do that in the middle of the stream, unfortunately. So you'd be able to bump it, and then if you do bump it and I check that it hasn't been used, it'll be at the top of the stream for next time on Wednesday when we do Modern. Or likely, it'll be second, because Wednesday's the first slot is reserved for the rest of the year. Sorry, back to this. Things feel... like, the matches you lose feel bad, right? Like, this deck doesn't really play normal games of Magic. You either kill them, or you just don't do anything and you die. You just fumble around and your deck doesn't work. And just that's why it's not a particularly popular deck. Wednesday first slot is reserved for the rest of the year. What happened? Somebody sent me a giant pile of money and asked if they could reserve the first league of Wednesday every week for the rest of the year. And I said, yes, I would love a giant pile of money to do that. And here we are. It's now old man yells at Cloud Beam Spot. There's the giant pile of money giver themselves. Going on, goalie. What am I bidding here? So, like, the Spirit Guide's kind of appealing. I think it's actually going to be Shoal plus Steam Vents here. Smells like Nauseum. What kind of donations gets you that slot? For $100 donations for a deck, you can dictate when it gets played. So for normal, smaller donations, I don't let people, I'm not flexible on like when decks get played because it would just be too difficult to try and coordinate infinite different schedules of people getting to see exactly what they want when they want it. But for large donations, I'll jump through some hoops. Sounds good, 12 to 12. I appreciate the support. Yukini Hall, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. How much to get you literally to jump through hoops on stream? Probably less than you think. All right, so I'm gonna start with Discovery here. Definitely in for Goryo's Vengeance. Am I in for both of these, actually? I might just be in for both of these, actually. I'm just going top here. I might not have the luxury of waiting, though, because this is going off. There's a good chance they go off in 2 turns, and I might not get a turn 5. Yeah, the only decks that are playing Scrylands in Modern are degenerate things. Should I assume I have to kill them this turn? Should I assume I have to kill them this turn? I think I'm supposed to assume I have to kill them this turn. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and Ritual plus Spirit Guide. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Discovery. Graveyard. This looting actually, it does not give me extra looks, right? Because I only have 1 more extra mana here. Alright, so I got 2 more shots at a pig. And this little piggy went wee all the way home. Do 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 do. And I put a Borborygmos in here earlier. Send this little piggy to market. And this combo even beats Phyrexian Life because you deal damage in chunks of 3 instead of 1 big hit. Good clean live in. Don't give them a turn 4, chat. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap. Don't give them a turn 4. All right, so second Collective Brutality in, trim a Worldspine Wurm, click submit. So basically, I have a primer for this deck list on my website. It's linked to my Cool Stuff Inc. article about it that gives you general sideboarding tips. The rule of thumb, though, is that things you trim are generally, you almost always trim the 6th green creature. And how you answer the question which one you trim is, if Breach Worldspine Wurm is going to kill them most games, you leave in all the worms. But in the matchup like this, Breach Worldspine Wurm often isn't going to be good enough because my opponent's going to be able to untap and combo me after I deal 15 to them. So that means I'd rather hedge leaving all my Borborygmos in play in my deck. You often trim the 2nd Desperate Ritual in the grindy matchups. You trim Night's Whisper against the aggressive decks, etc. Leyline of Sanctity is for the discard matchups. Pact of Negation is for the counterspell matchups. This giant pile of cards is for the creature matchups. Humans can be tough for this deck, so we have a lot of cards to bring in there. I think I'm going to keep this. I don't know, this could go either way. It's not super fast, but it looks at a lot of cards. I don't know if you've played Spirits, but how do you feel about Reflector Mage? I haven't played much Spirits. Just not a big fan of the archetype. How do you beat Leyline? Did you cast Through the Breach? Through the Breach is a great way to beat Leyline. You think Storm checks the box for a lot of money? Yeah, Storm's great. Storm's one of the best decks in Modern. It's very, very good. If you are good at playing with Storm, if you like Storm and you're good with it, I think it's a fantastic choice. Deck is very, very good. That's a good pickup. I'm gonna go ahead and Night's Whisper here. They haven't played any acceleration yet, so I'm not in a huge rush to play this Collective Brutality. Give my opponent more chances to... the next hit badge is Gold Aether Vial. It's a solid upgrade from the Silver CD. Give my opponent more chances to draw other cards that I actually want to take. I think I'm actually okay with both of these. I guess I already have a Night's Whisper in my hand. What's the game plan to beat Angel's Grace? Discard a Worldspine Wurm inside of the cleanup step and then kill them in the cleanup step after Angel's Grace has worn off. So if they have a Angel's Grace to prevent you from killing them for the turn, if you discard Worldspine Wurm to create a trigger during the cleanup step is when Angel's Grace effect wears off, and then you can kill them inside of cleanup in response to your Worldspine Wurm trigger. So normally you can't do things inside the cleanup step, but if you can respond to a trigger if a trigger would happen there. Looting's not getting banned. Looting's like Brainstorm. Looting is like the Brainstorm of Modern. It's a card that should have been banned a really long time ago, but it's here and it's here to stay. Yeah, Stirrings is also here to stay. Stirrings and Faithless Looting. You can sleep easy at night if you're playing those cards. They aren't going anywhere. All right, so they took this, which makes me think that they're probably going to try and go off next turn. So let's take a peek here. Good old-fashioned Thoughtseize bug. Yep. So they had 6 mana and a combo. So let's take their card away. It's a good rip. The ban and restricted update happened today. It was no changes as usual. No changes, all formats. What's the Thoughtseize bug? The Thoughtseize bug is a joke that your opponent always draws whatever they Thoughtseize from you. It's not actually a bug. They have Rest in Peace in their deck. Wow. Huh. Okay. That's a new one for me. I haven't seen that before. That's Mana Monkey. I think I'm in the realm of casting my own Mana Monkey here too, right? Great Ogre beatdowns. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, just gaining 22 could be enough to win. Yeah. let me reference the Ad Nauseum list on my website. Like, obviously their list isn't going to be exactly the same, but there's a chance that it's close. The Ad Nauseum list on my site has 20 lands in it, and my opponent has 5 in play. So if they have 15, 15 is only 33. So yeah, they actually if they only have 15, like if they only have 20 lands in their deck, like our deck does, they actually can't kill us at this point. They could lab man kill. That's fair. They could in fact lab man kill. They have a Pact of Negation. They're thinking about pacting us. This pause feels like Pact of Negation. This is pod racing. Yeah, these double combo deck mirrors can be awkward sometimes when both players draw a bunch of board cards. Just like sit and stare at each other awkwardly for a hot second. You're just like, well. Manamorphose for green to play Borborygmos. Yeah, actually, probably. Probably not a bad idea. I'm only 2 mana off. Jackal Girl with the tip. Bump that Sultai Mill. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. The Capitalist Pig, thank you for the 10-month resub. Welcome back. All right, well now I'm just gonna go ahead and try and draw some more lands here, because I would much rather cast Gristle Pig than Borborygmos. One mana source away from putting our piggy into play. Oh, I can cast it with Splice. I totally can cast it with Splice. That's so good. Oh, the Splice mechanic. Oh, the Splice mechanic. They paused earlier like they potentially have a Pact of Negation. So we could get pacted here. So for those that don't understand Splice, Splice basically means I pay the Splice under Arcane cost for this spell, and Desperate Ritual effect is going to happen with this Nourishing Shoal. They Pact of Negated my Nourishing Shoal deal. Means they likely hopefully don't have another pact for this Griselbrand. Griselbrand has a casting cost. He does, in fact. Oh, I'm through both my Borborygmos. That might be awkward for me. I could die this turn, but like nothing to do. Am I dead yet? They have double Angel's Grace in their hand, so I'm hoping this is just like paying for Pact and then not having a whole lot else to do. Alright, well they tapped their lands wrong here, so they're gonna have to pay 1 more health. That's true. We could just attack with a 7/7 flyer a few times. The ban list update was no changes in all formats. Go. Yeah, they have double Angel's Grace in hand, so I'm kind of surprised they haven't hit another Nauseum yet, to be honest. Looks like they hit it. My opponent forgot to cast Angel's Grace before casting their Nauseum. A little bit sloppy. They have Angel's Grace in their hand. They just messed up. Does Angel's Grace save them from commander damage? Asking the real questions. That's funny. That's kind of funny. They have a blocker here, so oh yeah, I should probably just cast this, huh? I don't think it really matters. Yeah, breach it in. Surprise ape. What do you think would be the most realistic thing for WotC to do to ban next update? No changes, all formats. No changes, all formats. No changes, all formats. Modern is never changing. The modern that we have now is what you get to keep. If you don't like it, go play something else. Modern's not going anywhere. It's not. This is the format we have. Like it or leave it. Take the games that are good and enjoy them. Concede the games that are bad. Move on with your life. Yeah. If you're upset that your fair interactive decks aren't good in Modern, play some more Standard. Man, they boarded in so many cards against us. Why not through the breach to Griselbrand? Because it doesn't kill them. Because they have Angel's Grace in their hand. 2 copies of it. Up over here. They're at 1, chat. Chat, they're going to Grace before the hit happens. They're not going to take the hit. And then I'm down a Griselbrand. So like when this hit happens, they're going to Grace before the hit happens. Because once they go negative, Angel's Grace can no longer protect them. Let's play the Mana Monkeys again. Yeah, chat wants me to, thinks that my opponent's going to go to negative and then we could have dispersed the unlife. My opponent was never going to go negative with 2 Angel's Grace in their hands. I've been here how long? Thanks for continuing to bring fun, creative decks to light so I can make bad financial decisions. Go on, Josir. Thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. Yep. Slow and steady. Our opponent's very graceful, chat. How much life do we need for Lightning Sword to not kill us? They should have Laboratory Maniac in their deck. You ever hard cast Nourishing Shoal? I've not. I've not. This is going to be a backup on life. I think this is a backup on life. Alright, I'm going to mute myself and have a snack here while we finish this silly game. What are they doing here? Do they not have Laboratory Maniac? Maybe they don't. They don't have a way to draw a card this turn. But I don't think that matters, right? It doesn't really matter. No, I don't play EDH. They have a bunch of Pact of Negations. Yeah, the Rest in Peace bought him enough time there. Wild game. What do I consider to be the strongest deck in Modern? There's a lot of decks that are really good. I think Humans and Hollowed One are two of the better decks in the format. Storm's also a good choice, though. There's a bunch of things that are very reasonable. Basically, decks that are proactive and powerful, things that kill people aggressively, are generally best. Hey, Gnome, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. Sure. Sand's great, right? Like, it's got all of our stuff going on. It also has Collective Brutality to be interactive with them. I'm really not a big fan of Spirits. I think Spirits' linear game plan isn't quite good enough. I'm about to get Rest in Peace and be very sad, but I can't take Rest in Peace with Collective Brutality anyways, so yeah, it's possible I should have kept the Through the Breach there because of Rest in Peace. They might die to Pax. No. Now they have an Angel's Grace in their hand because they drew their deck. Four mana is a lot of mana. I don't know. If you're playing Grixis, you're probably not playing very competitive anyways. Like, it's probably better than the alternatives, but I think it's probably still worse than the decks that are accepted as good in Modern. Alright, so I need Griselbrand, so we'll keep that for now. Just need land plus Through the Breach at this point. We'll Collective Brutality next turn and get a peek at what's going on over there. I totally just kill this, right? All right, dead to a land. One more month till I can defend the realm. What's going on, Faraday? Thanks to 11 months. Welcome back. All right, so we're dead next turn. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. That is how the cookie crumbles. How we doing, folks? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for joining us here today. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. We play a ton of Modern here on Magic Online. We also play Standard on Magic Arena. If you find yourself enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. By subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors, mtgotraders.com. I love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. Are you someone that thinks you always find the best possible line? Why don't you put your skills to the test? Head on over to PossibilityStorm.com and find over 80 different Magic the Gathering puzzles. They upload new ones every single week there of varying difficulty, and they're free, so be sure to check them out. CoolStuffInc.com buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. Hey, fair folk, thanks for continuing that sub gift to Rooney. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. BCW Supplies is the only thing that I trust to protect my wonderful shuffling deck here with their BCW Elite Guard sleeves. Using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other great gaming accessories there. Yeah, for people are talking in chat, they were confused why I conceded there. My opponent had 5 lands, and their hand was Simian Spirit Guide, double Angel's Grace Ad Nauseum. So Angel's Grace Ad Nauseum, 6 mana, kills me. So we were gonna die on their untap. It's just gonna like involve a lot of clicking for them. So I just saved my opponent the trouble and saved our time. All right, onward, upward, backward, forward. Let's see if we can rally the O2 back into the 3-2 or if it'll be a quick one for Griselbrand. What deck is my shuffling deck? It is a casual red-green madness deck that I built as a child. That I found in my garage when I was cleaning it out over the summer. Have I ever posted a deck list for it? I've not. It's a bunch of wild mongrels and arrogant worms and reckless worms. And, oh, diligent. There's diligent farmhands in here. Legacy staple diligent farmhand to combo with your muscle burst. They don't template cards like those anymore. The classic diligent farmhand muscle burst. These are the BCW Elite Guards. They actually held up absurdly well. Like, I was really happy with them when I played them in a couple of events, and like, I've just been sitting here like, I hammer on this deck constantly. They've held up very, very well to my roughness. I am not what you would refer to as a gentle shuffler. Is green your favorite color in Magic? I don't know. Celestial Colonnade. It's exciting. Got our main deck Brutality here. So I think I'm bidding through the breach here. I think so. Am I bidding the Brutality? I think I am, actually. BND Savage, thank you for the 213 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Whoa. Don't say my deck is cheap. Come on now. I've got I've got a foil card in this deck, okay? Listen, 14-year-old Jeff was very, I've got an F&M promo Fiery Temper. Don't undersell the value of my foil Fiery Temper, okay? Don't undersell the value of my foil Fiery Temper, Dows. I'm offended. It is a pretty Magic card, you're not wrong. How much for you to run that list through a league? It's just not happening. Just wouldn't be good content or good Magic. Maybe I'm supposed to bin that. Multiple lets me play through a counterspell here at some point, though. You can find a version of Bant Counters Company on my website, and you can hear my thoughts on the archetype after having just played it in the YouTube video there. I play a lot of decks on stream, so in general, you should always look back at my past ones, because past Jeff is going to be more knowledgeable than what present Jeff is on a given archetype. Yeah, I can also splice onto Shoal, but like Shoal resolving is also kind of important. Man, that sucks. And this is again like sometimes we're playing an A/B combo deck, and sometimes you get through 20 cards in your deck and don't have one of your 2 combo pieces. Just like how it goes. I haven't played with or against a quasi-duplicate deck in Standard. Don't have any educated or informed opinions on it. Probably did at this point. I guess if this like finds us Faithless Looting and the looting finds us a Griselbrand, like maybe we have enough Goryo's Vengeance to play through. Yep. That's enough of that. Onward, upward, backward, forward. So, Pax and Collective Brutality's in. Worldspine Wurm's pretty terrible here. The extra acceleration isn't really necessary. Manamorphose isn't necessary. Trim a Discovery, I think. Yeah, let's do this. Let's stand up for a little bit. My legs are getting sore, which means I've been sitting for too long. Yeah, Splice is definitely strange. Weird mechanic. Scene just doesn't do anything. All right. Looking for a Griselbrand. I'm gonna be aggressive and bottom that land there. I'm gonna give myself the most possible chances to hit a pig. Awkward. Bidding the land might have been greedy. It was definitely greedy. I think it was correct though. Yeah, wrong pig. Our Griselbrands are just very shy about about this blue-white control matchup. If you don't draw the cards your deck needs to win, you're not gonna have a good time. Some highbrow analysis. Just gonna go ahead and move along with our lives. After a bunch of 4-1s with this deck, we were bound to hit an 0-3 at some point. Just how it goes. This is the same list we've been playing for a while. I don't really have anything too specific to say on it. There's a primer on something pretty close to this linked on the website. You can find a bunch of other videos being played to much more success than this. And just remember, the thing I always like to emphasize when we play this deck, the games you lose feel terrible with this archetype. The games you lose with this deck, you basically don't play Magic. And that's just how it goes. There's no backup plan. Either you combo them or you flop around doing nothing because your cards don't line up well and you die. And when you combo them, you're very fast. But when you don't do anything, you don't do anything. It just doesn't feel good.